PAW Patrol the Dino Movie is about to come out, so here's everything you should know before watching it. First up, what's the plot of this movie? As stated in many summaries and seen in the trailer, after the PAW Patrol crash lands on the uncharted Dino Island, they meet Rex, a resourceful pup who's lived there for years. However, once Humdinger hears about it, he heads on over to strip the island of its diamonds. That process causes a volcano to erupt, which the PAW Patrol must rescue and protect the island and its life from. Marshall is set to be the movie's main pup, with his backstory confirmed to be revealed here. This film will be released on August 14th in the US and on these dates in other countries. Delving further into the film's plot, as discussed in an interview with the director, we'll see Marshall struggle with his clumsiness and the mistakes he makes. I imagine Marshall's clumsiness, which has made up such a major part of his character, will be included in his backstory. Also, in some clips, we've seen Marshall with a bandage around his leg and paw. I believe that his injury will lead to him staying behind on missions as per Ryder's command, similar to what's happened to the main pups in the last two films. It's made especially likely after seeing this shot here. Then we have Rhubarb, a small red dinosaur that Marshall seems to get quite close to. I imagine they'll have a relationship akin to what we've seen between Rex and Timmy the T-Rex. Regarding the cast behind the film, let's cover the team. Reprising roles from the last movie, we'll have Nyland Partpan returning as Zuma and McKenna Grace as Sky. We'll hear Lucy and Duncan Reed, Rebel's current voice actor across the franchise, play the Bulldog in this movie too. Voicing our star pup is Carter Young, most notable for his active role as Miles in Spidey and His Amazing Friends. Chase will be played by Range Angela, who has various impressive roles across the industry, and Ryder will be voiced by Henry Bolin, who's previously done work on Super Wings. We'll also hear Rex played by Hayden Chamberlain, and Rocky played by William DeStroessers. Finally, Ron Pardo is set to return as Mayor Humdinger. As for the celebrity cast, a staple in these films, we have Terry Crews as Alistair Stonewall, an assistant to Humdinger's. Meredith McNeil will play Harper Cutlass, another assistant to the mayor. There will also be Jennifer Hudson as Lillian Leeds, who seems to fill this movie's role a news reporter. We'll get Jamila Jamil as Heidi Potsis and Fortune Feimster as Eugenia Bunsen, both of whom seem to be researchers. And Bill Nye will voice Dr. Theo Horizon, presumably also part of the research team. Additionally, Darius Willis will play Dustin, a young influencer type. Then Snoop Dogg and Paris Hilton will also voice characters here, perhaps named Dave and Nancy, since that's what we see in the promo material for the Mexican release. I expect them to mainly feature in the scene with the burning boat mentioned earlier. And if you've enjoyed so far, Marshall would like it if you'd like the video and subscribe. Continuing, the celebrity voices behind Liberty, the Mini Patrollers, and Dolores weren't included in any of the information shared. With that, I imagine that none of those canines will appear in the Dino Movie. Honestly, a bit of a surprise, though it makes sense as this film appears to primarily take place away from Adventure City, where all of those characters reside. While on the topic, let's discuss some more oddities spotted in what has been seen of this movie. There's the fact that Humdinger, a known criminal who seemed to be going back to jail at the end of the last film, is simply sitting in a public space while completely recognizable. I'm interested in finding out how he's now free and why it's staying that way for him, because I truly don't have any idea myself. Rex here has also confused some, as he's apparently been stranded on the island for years, despite him living with Timmy and Taylor Turbid in the series. This can be explained by the fact that the movies simply don't line up with the series, often changing elements. A prime example being Robo-Dog's absence from the first film, despite him being the PAW Patroller's main driver throughout the show. Now, the music for the Dino Movie. So far we've had Bottle Up by the Backstreet Boys released for this film. That song seems to play during the hang gliding scene. However, following past patterns, we should get at least one more song for this movie, as there were two for the first film and three in the last. I'd expect one more with quite an emotional sound, akin to the use in trying and learning to fly. Update, we've just gotten another song for the movie released. It's by Ava Max and is called Work. We could also potentially get a song from Snoop Dogg, as he is of course a musician. McKenna Grace is up there as well, since she's made a fair few songs for the movies she's played in, with the Mighty Movie being among the first. As for the score, Pinar Topra is in charge of it, just like she was for the Mighty Movie. With what has been teased of it so far, I'm very excited for what it will add to the film. Finally, the rating. The Dino Movie is rated PG for the same reasons as the Mighty Movie, meaning we'll get a similar amount, if not more intensity than the last film. Anyways, that's all for this video. If you enjoyed, be sure to check out one of those videos right there, and as always, I'll see you next time.